What's going on YouTube? Uberman here. So in preparation for the auction on Tuesday, I told you guys I had a pretty big purchase in mind, and to make sure I had number one, room for it, and number two, enough cash on hand for it, I went ahead and unloaded the 86 F250 and the 2002 Toyota Prius. So those are sold. Whenever possible, I prefer to have cash money in hand. I don't like borrowing from my credit cards. I don't like taking out personal loans. I don't like doing any of that. I like paying for things with cash. So what we have here are the files on the '02 Prius and the 86 F250. So I guess the first thing on everybody's mind is, how much did you make or how much did you lose? I think we both know how this is going to go. Let's start with the 2002 Toyota Prius. The '02 Prius. Total, I had $1,768.99 into that car. I sold it for $2,200, and it wasn't exactly easy to sell it at $2,200. I had it listed at $3,000, dropped it to $2,700, eventually dropped it to $23,000, and then sold it for $22,000. That was a difficult one, but I'll tell you this. There's a story behind the Prius that I sold for $2,200, and let me tell you what that is. I had a gentleman call me, and he came and looked at the Prius when I still had it listed at $2,700. He came out, and he took the car for about 30 minutes. He was gone in it, and he comes back, and he says he'll give me $2,200 for it. And I said, no, I'm not willing to go down to 22. I'm trying to work out this negotiation. Now, we were at 27. That's my end. He offered 22. I offered to meet him in the middle at 25. Well, at 2,500, he starts literally tire kicking, right? He's climbing under the car, and he's like, oh, there's something dripping under there. I'm like, yeah, there's something dripping under there. It's air conditioning. It's the condensation from the AC. I said, but if you're concerned about it, feel free to back the car up, and you can dip your finger in it, and you'll see that it's just cold water from the AC. He didn't do that. He just kept walking around and just kind of picking apart the car. He's like, I'll do 22. And I just didn't like his attitude, And that is the benefit of being in my position. I don't have to sell that car. So I am in a position where if I don't like somebody, I don't like your attitude, I don't like the way you're talking to me, or the way you're looking at me or my car as if you're better than it when you roll up in some 1996 Pontiac Montana, I don't have to sell it to you. So the thing is, I would have sold it for 22 because I did sell it for 22. I just didn't sell it to him for 22 because I didn't like his attitude. And he's like, well, if you change your mind, and I cut him off and I said, I won't change my mind. I already knew I wasn't selling it to that kid. Next person to come along is a lady that I would imagine is in her mid to late 40s, and she has a son who's looking for his first car, and he really loves the Prius, which is unusual for a teenager. Let's be realistic. Not too many teenagers are like, hey, I want to get a first-gen Prius, but that's a responsible kid right there. That's a good kid. That's a kid that's going places. He's not trying to jump into a Mustang GT. He's looking for a car that's efficient, that's economical, and that's reliable. Smart kid. And in case he's watching my videos, congratulations on your new car. You're going to love it, and you made a very good decision going with a Prius. So I like these people. I liked them from the minute they showed up. They were very polite. They were respectful. Good people. I could tell that from just interacting with them. They took the car for a test drive, came back, and offered $2,000. I didn't get offended at this because at this time, what I failed to mention is I dropped the price on my listings to $23,000. So I wasn't offended when they tried to offer $2,000. That's negotiation. Unfortunately, I couldn't take $2,000, even though I really liked them. I couldn't let the car go for $2,000. It's worth more than that. So they came back and they offered me $2,250. And I told them I can't take $2,250, but I'll take $2,200. So why did I cut myself out of an extra $50? Because that's what that kid that had me aggravated earlier, he offered me $22. I'm fine with taking $22. So I gave it to them for $22. Saved them $50. I cut myself out of $50, but that's okay. I like these people, and they're getting a good deal on a car. I'm happy because I got my money. And it just felt like the right thing to do. So when I handed those keys off to them, that's great. A kid's first car, he's not going to forget that Prius. He won't forget that Prius. You don't forget your first car. My first car was a 1993 Ford Tempo. I remember my first car. Everybody remembers their first car. So, for a young man looking for his first car, more than happy to take $2,200 for it. That actually, it makes me feel good. I tell you guys this all the time. I don't sell cars because I need to make the money and I'm greedy and I just got to sell. I sell cars because I enjoy it. It feels good to do the right thing. It feels good to be honest. It feels good to not be that guy that I used to be, where I'm cutting corners and being shady and, not worrying about who's buying the car, just unloading it for my own profit. I'm not that guy. I'll never be that guy again. I make enough money doing YouTube. I don't have to do that anymore. And the best part is, we made $430 profit, I think it was. Where is it? That's the wrong file. Hold on. We made $431 profit. So, am I okay with that? Yeah, I'm okay with that. These people got a great car. I made $400 profit, and a young man just got his first car, and he bought it from me. That's pretty awesome. So, very happy with the sale of the Prius. If you hear some noise in the background, I apologize. That's my dog roaming through the house. Now, moving on to the truck, because the truck is not such a good deal. Definitely not happy about the truck, but you guys knew this was coming because I get into these trucks, I overspend, and then I sell them, and I'm going to stop that. That's stopping. So if you guys are tired of seeing me just blow through cash on trucks, that's coming to an end right now. So the 86 F250, you're going to die on this. We had $3,069.09 into that truck. I sold it for $1,800. I lost $1,269.09 on the F250. Yeah, that hurt a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But it didn't hurt as much as the C20. The C20 I had over 7,000 in. I sold it for what, $4,000 or 45? I don't remember. I lost a couple grand on that truck. So I got to cut that out. I'm not, it doesn't kill me to lose some money, but it's like when I'm regularly starting to lose $2,000 a car, no, we can't be doing that. That Prius, though, was a perfect example. That was a perfect example of how I would like all of these transactions to go. I find a good car cheap. I do a little bit of stuff to make it a reliable, solid vehicle for somebody. Somebody buys it. I make a little bit of money. Car gets a great home. People get a great car. It's perfect. That's the way I would love it to be. Unfortunately, it can't work that way all the time. And the truck's an example of that. But the truck is gone. The Prius is gone. That leaves me with two cars in the driveway. I've got my 2017 Mustang GT and I've got my 2012 Chevy Cruze Eco. That's it. We need some cars. So I am looking, I can't tell you what I'm looking at again because, people do like to snipe and try to run the bids up, which is fine, but it sucks for me, and all the other content creators out there that have had to deal with this because I know Sam Crack has dealt with it. I know that Unwrecked has dealt with it. It really sucks, we're out here working and people are trying to have fun by running up our money. Not cool, but whatever. There are actually 4 cars that I'm really interested in at Copart. Very interested in. And we are going to do a Copart walkthrough on Monday, which is tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to have a Copart video. I may or may not include the cars that I'm looking at. I haven't decided if I'm going to include the cars I'm interested in or leave them out. But if I do include them, I'm not going to tell you which ones they are. I'm not going to say that this is one I'm interested in. Chances are I'll leave them out completely. I think that's the safer way of doing it. Anyway, I'm not going to say much more about that, but we will be doing a walkthrough of Copart tomorrow for you guys. I got some stuff to do, so I'm going to get out of here, but I want to make this video and say, look, we've got cash on hand. I'm ready to bid. I've got 4 cars on Copart that I am seriously looking at, not all 4, but 2, definitely 1. Hopefully 2. So stay tuned. because I think tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. Do the walkthrough, and then Tuesday, we'll see if we can win a car, right? Fingers crossed, guys. If you like this content, give it a big thumbs up. If you think the content sucks, give it a thumbs down. Don't forget to comment below because I love reading your comments. As always, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you soon in the next one. Goodbye.